Hi guys and welcome to my video. In this video we're going to be talking about how you can play as a winger in soccer. So before we answer this question, we have to understand the general aspects of playing as a winger in soccer. So this question is very general, so we can't really say how you can play as a winger in soccer because it really depends on what system your coach wants you to play in and what kind of winger your coach wants you to be. So it really depends on the system of your team, really depends on your formation. But in this video we can speak about really basic stuff of how you can play winger, basic things that really help you to be better on the wing if you're playing on the wing. So let's break down, first of all, before we start, let's understand what responsibilities should a winger have. So here, if you take a look, we have a classic 4-3-3 formation against a 4-4-2 here. So we have the red team as the opponent and the blue team as what we explained, the 4-3-3 classic. So we're just going to understand how we can play in a 4-3-3 winger. So if we talk about how you can play as a winger, first of all, the responsibilities of the winger is to create chances for the team, is to score goals, is to help out defensively, and is to beat players 1v1. So really, as a winger, when you receive the ball on that wing, you want to be able to create chances for your team. So your team gets you the ball so you can create chances. So I'm going to also speak about how you can, different ways that you can create chances on the wing. But in general understanding, as a winger, you must be able to create chances for your team to score goals. And you should also be able to score goals if you play on the wing. So it's very important. And also, the 1v1 ability as well on the wing is one of the most important things that you must have as a winger. So you don't really want to pass the ball every time you receive it. A lot of times you receive the ball, you have the fullback here or you have the defender. I don't know, the fullback's out of position, the defender comes here. You want to be able to beat players 1v1 when you have the space to do so. So you want to really approach that player and beat them 1v1 and create chances in that way for your team. So that's also another very important aspect that you must understand of how you can play as a winger. Okay, so now that we are understood the responsibilities of a winger, let's talk about how we can different ways to create chances on the wing. So again, I'm going to give you an idea, but again, it really depends on your creativity in the game. It depends on your team system because this question is really general. So there's no right or wrong answer. So, but again, you can have ideas of how you can create chances on the wing. So once the ball comes to you on the wing, you have a couple of options here. So one of the options that you have in order to create chances on the wing is to cut inside. So you've seen a lot of wingers cutting inside and either playing a penetrating pass, I don't know, to the opposite wing here that breaks down the defense. They cut inside, and maybe they play the center mids, they switch, they cut inside, and maybe they feed the forward to go and score goals. Or if they're closer to the box, you've seen a lot of times that the winger receives the ball here, he dribbles at the player, beats them 1v1, cuts inside, and puts the ball in the back of the net. So a very fantastic way to create chances on the wing is to cut inside. So cutting inside is one of the greatest ways that you can create chances for your team on the wing. So that is one of the ways. So when you see that you have space inside, then you can definitely cut it inside and either play a penetrating pass to, or even switching the ball to your winger, or play penetrating pass to break down the defense here. And he plays the forward and then one touch finish. Or you can cut inside. If there's no space, you can also reset. Your center mids will be here to help you more likely. And so this is one of the ways that you can create space as a winger. Now the other way that you can create space as a winger is to cut outside. So now let's talk about that as well. So the red team is in their shape. Okay, so you receive the ball from the center mid, you go at the defender. Now you can also cut outside here and cross the ball into your striker. So you've also seen a lot of wingers do that. So once you beat your player 1v1, especially in this position, if you receive the ball, let's say your team is really up here, so you receive the ball from the center mid in this position, you beat your player, you cut outside, you cross, either the number 9 will be here to finish, either you can also, once you cut inside, or you cut outside, sorry, once you cut outside, you can cut back for the number 10 or any other player to finish. But in general, cutting outside is also another way that you can use to create space on the wing. Okay, so now that we've spoken about how you can create chances on the wing, let's speak about the off-the-ball movement on the wing. So let's talk about how you can create chances and receive the ball on the wing, which a lot of players struggle with. So again, we're talking about this 4-3-3 classic formation. So as a winger, when you don't have the ball, first of all, if you are close to your opponent, that means you do not have space. So you must find a way to get away from your opponent. So one way to create space as a winger will be to, check in to receive the ball from your opponent. So get away from your opponent and support so you can receive the ball. That's one way to create space. The other way that you can use to receive the ball is to start in the half space. So once you start in the half space, so again, if I put a marker here for you, you can understand better. So this is the white space, this is the half space, this is the center space, half space, and white space. So let's understand the spacing here first. And once you move on to the half space, then the fullback has a choice to either come with you or leave you. So if he leaves you, then you've separated from him, so you have space. You've gotten away from him. Again, the concept is to get away from your defender here. So if you come into the half space, then you've lost your defender, so you can receive the ball. But if he chooses to come with you, then you can find space, again, by losing him, because he's leaving the space behind him. So you can come into the half space. When he comes with you, then make your run into the white space to receive the ball. That's one way to create space. So again, let's recap just to make sure we understand here. So again, you can first start here, close to your defender, move into the half space. If he didn't come with you, then you have space. If he chose to come with you, then you can make the run behind him into the white space to receive the ball from your fullback here, and then you have chance to play into your forward or create chances for your team. So that's one way to create chances as a winger. So another way to create chances as a winger and to receive the ball and to create space for yourself is to start in the white space. So again, the spacing, I'm going to draw it again. So we have the white space, half space, center space, half space, white space. Now, you start in the white space and the fullback decides to come with you here to mark you close. Now, you can find the space in the half space behind him. So all you have to do is to make that run diagonally behind the fullback so you can receive the ball from the fullback. So that's another way that you can receive the ball. Now, if he chooses to stay in his shape and not press you, you have space to receive the ball. So you can easily support here and receive the ball. However, if he chose to come with you, then you can easily make that run diagonally behind the fullback to receive the ball. Again, once you understand the concept of how you can create space, then you can easily use it in any position. The concept is to be able to get away from your defender. Once you get away from your defender, then you've created space for yourself. So there you go, guys. That's the end of my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a lot of how you can play as a winger and how you can create space. And make sure to tell me in the comment section below what you learned, how you applied it in your game, and what improvements you saw in your game. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. Thank you again for watching the video. Have a great day.